So, got the sprinklers on. Beautiful. So let's have a look at this little tacker. Now this is a little 330 hex, and it's carbon fibre, and it was recommended to me by Derek and Derek Daniel Young over in Canada, or as we like to call it, Canada. And so let's have a look at it, because I've actually modified it because I didn't like the frame. It had too many pieces. So it's a little carbon fibre two-plated bottom, and then you got the arms. This arm and this arm are slightly different in length, but there's no instructions with it. So I just had to sort of put the props on to see where they didn't sort of hit, and so we got on there. What I'm running is these little 1806 DYS 2400s. They're a nice little mate of these, and a little Hobby King 12 amp ESC. So got all the FPV gear in there. Now what I've done, the standoffs for this are actually way high. They're probably another 10 mil high, and it looks a bit clunky. I like my quads and that to be as flat as possible. I don't like them pretty chunky because you get a battery on and a camera, and they seem like a 10-story building. So I've put some FPV gear on there. I'm running a Flip 32, I think. Yeah, no, Flip 32. And I've just bought a new Flip 32, the F4. So we'll see how that goes in a couple of weeks when we get that out. So all good. The X4R SB on S-Bus, and you know, the little, it's in there somewhere, a little LT200 all-in-one FPV 5.8 gear. So okay, so all good, sort of pretty, you know. But what I've done to modify it, I've left, there's two of these top plates. There's a plate that goes on here, obviously, like that, and there's another one that comes underneath, and it's sort of sandwiched out here and boxed in. And I thought, well, I can probably do something different. So I've just put the top one on, the shorter stands, the shorter standoffs to bring it down, and left the front. But what I noticed, it was a little bit flimsy here with the bend, and then the FPV camera was sort of given a bit of jello. So I've put the camera, you get this, that's a Mobius camera mount for it. I've bolted that in as a doubler plate and just cable tied it to give it a bit more strength there, so it's a bit and I've put some of my all singing, all dancing blue tack that nobody should be without. I've put some of that in there just to stop that in case it is doing a bit of swinging in the breeze. So runs on a 4S. Let's throw that in and see how it goes. So we have got it set up for air mode when we're FPVing, and we have got it set up just to be in horizon to run around normal. So we'll get this set up. Righto, so the battery's now held in with the two rat straps up under there, and I'm going to run it there and run that round there, so it sits there sort of and it's not all out the back. So let's see how we go. We won't go off into the sun. We'll go over here. We'll give it the old ready fire aim. Set in there. So she's hopefully good to go. Hexacopter. So we got somewhere
77 dB.
We had that. Take off. So we'll give the grass a bit of a trim. Really hard to fly a Hexacopter line of sight. Really, the fact there's extra arms that just mess with your head. There she goes, look at that. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll bring him back in a bit. Come on down. The price is right. So Derek and I were talking when I was off on holidays on Facebook, and we were chatting about hexacopters and the likes, and he put me onto this frame, and to be honest I can't remember what it is, what the name of it is, but it was about 40 bucks or $45. And I thought, why not? Because I had a green, I think it's a thorax from Hobby King, fiberglass thing, and it weighed a ton. And it's kind of fun to fly, but they don't sell parts for it. You've got to buy the whole unit. So I thought, why not just get this guy and put the thorax parts into it. So she's set up with the rates fairly high. As you can see there, you can get some nice flips and rolls, and it's nice for FPV. And as far as juice is concerned, not real heavy on the, you know, the take off and go, but nice as far as top speed. And look, the thing I like about the Hexes is that with the 6 motors you don't need a lot of throttle. Like, I mean, that's about a quarter throttle. So I'll show you, that's half throttle, and you can sort of zoom around and get about 8 or 9 minutes out of a 2200 battery. Or you can flat biscuit the thing and get your 6 minutes out of it, and still not kill it. As I said, little 12 amp Hobby King ESCs, and they're flashed with BL Heli. What else? And she has got a bit of punch in it. It's fairly windy, as you can probably hear in the camera. So, again, nice for what I want, the nice slow aerobatics, just fly around, have a look at the view, do some rolls and some pirouettes and all sorts of things. Yeah, I know the battery doesn't like that one. So just really nice to fly. I really like the Hexes, and she's pretty responsive. That's just a slow roll, slow flip. Just nice to fly. If you want to throw it around, you can. We've lost part of our rat strap. We'll bring him back in, we'll land, and we'll put a fresh battery, and we'll go FPVing. Thank you very much for that.